In this video, I'm going to be breaking down my whole 100k a month funnel strategy. So if you're a coach who's already running a business, you can just take out so much value from this video and implement some of the strategies I'm going to show you and instantly increase revenue. Okay, and if you're also a person who does a business model and want to start coaching people, you can also take value from this, way much value from this. So before we get into this like whole funnels, okay, why should you even listen to me? Oh shit. So I'm Alishan, so I have partnered up with coaches, okay, and we have actually done a record month of 65k cash collected in a single month. And for one of my coaches, we have actually did $316,000 in less than 6 months cash collected. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about, right? So scaling up to 100k a month comes down to these 3 steps. I have actually made these 3 steps. Okay, so getting traffic, generating interested leads, and then converting these interested leads, which is the most important part. I'm telling you, this is what differs the coaches who are stuck at 10 to 15k a month from the coaches who are doing 50 to 70 to 100k a month. Okay, so the first part is getting traffic, okay, and this is for sure the most important part, because you know, if you do not have like traffic coming in, who are you going to sell your offer to? Okay, I have taken Brett Scales for this example because he's actually really good at doing this. So we have 2 types of content, okay, short form content and long form content. So from the short form content, our goal is to get cold traffic, like we just want to have traffic coming from the short form content, okay, and then we have the long form content. And if you're a coach and you're just posting on Instagram and TikTok and you do not have a YouTube, that is the sole reason you are stuck at like very low months. I mean, because YouTube is so much important if you actually want to scale up to like 20 to 100k a month, because you are just going to be stuck at like 10, most likely like 15k a month, because people will not trust you if you do not have like long form content. Okay, so let's take Brett Scales. He actually posts like educational content slash advices content on his IG and TikTok, okay, and he also posts wider slash trendy content because he just wanna like make people, like he just wanna make himself shown to people. Okay, so he's just getting traffic, way more traffic into his funnel by just posting this random stuff. Okay, so the second most important thing he does is direct this traffic to his YouTube channel, okay, where he actually posts so much valuable content. Like look at this, like he's showing lead gen tutorial, like outreach strategies. So he's actually like posting so much valuable content for free. Okay, so if you're a coaching business owner, let me take a pen here. Okay, so this is the step, this is the exact system you should follow if you actually want to add in more sales and want to actually scale up your business. Okay, KLT. K stands for people knowing you, L stands for people liking you, T, and the most important, T stands for people actually trusting you. So for Brett Scales, he posts short form content for letting himself known to people, and he also posts short form content for people to like him. And then the most important part that actually drives in revenue to his coaching business is the trust part, which is posts on YouTube and gains trust of like his new audience. Okay, because he actually nurtures the new audience who is coming from his like short form content, which is completely cold. Okay, so yeah, getting traffic is like the most important part, and getting the right traffic into your funnel, okay, like the cold traffic, and then getting the warm traffic to YouTube. Okay, so the second step of this like whole strategy is to generate interested leads, and this right here is like the main base camp for scaling for me. Okay, oh shit. And this right here is like the main base camp for scaling up. Okay, I'm telling you, this is like you, if you run a coaching business, just take a screenshot of this, bro. I'm telling you, this is like everything, like your VSLs, your copywriting, your scripts, everything should come back to this, and make sure every like box is checked if you actually want to increase revenue. Okay, so the problem slash dreamland of your clients, okay, the problem journey of potential client, problem is the desired situation of your client, like the ideal client. Okay, what is the gap, plus how do they bridge a USP and USP details, reasons to believe, features and benefits. Okay, the product deliverables, high ticket offer sales argument, this is really important, customer verticals, potential questions and objections. Okay, so this right here is literally so much important. You need to have everything checked on this sheet if you actually want to like scale your coaching business to the moon. Okay, I'm telling you. Okay, or if you, even if you're starting your own coaching business, you have to make sure that you make your offer according to this. And if you're a coach, you have to make sure that you refine your offer according to this list. Okay, I'm guaranteeing you, you are going to add more money if you refine your offer to this list. Okay, so generating interested leads comes down to these two steps. Okay, like first is IG, TikTok, like the short form content. And from the IG and TikTok, you're just going to direct them to like DM me the word, you know about that, like DM me the word info to actually know about what I do, like all this stuff. Okay, and you're going to hire an appointment setter. Okay, and hiring a really skilled appointment setter is like so much more important if you actually want to make so much, like you want to print so much money. Like actually, I'm talking about 30 to 50K a month, because one of my coaches who did like 65K a month, okay, 60% of the money came from his appointment setter. Okay, so that just gives you the actual importance of the appointment setter. Okay, so appointment setter is just going to have like convo with them and just going to break his objections and stuff like that. Okay, and then he's actually going to forward them to like the application form to see if they actually qualify, and they're going to book a call with your closers or with you depending on your like infrastructure. So the second step is to YT. So to YT, the leads would already be really nurtured. So you just literally want to get them straight to like a VSL page like this or this. Okay, and then you just want to direct them to the application form to see if they qualify, and then they book the call. Okay, so you must be thinking like, bro, this is like simple stuff, like you already know how this works. Okay, this step, like converting interested leads, is what differs coaches who are doing 10 to 15K a month to coaches doing 50, 70, 100K a month. Okay, so please pay full attention into this step. Okay, converting interested leads. Okay, so after the type form has been filled, everything should be handled by setters. Okay, you have to hire the best setters. Okay, and then the setters should call every lead to qualify them and book a call with the sales team. Okay, this is also really important. And this right here, these two steps are really important if you actually want to scale up. Like if you actually want to scale up. Okay, every lead must be called, oh shit, every lead must be called in max 4 hours. Okay, max 4 hours. Why, bro? When they have actually watched the YouTube video, when they have actually watched the VSL and decided to book in the call with you, they are actually the most warmed up right there. Okay, so the setters have to call the lead in max 4 hours. Okay, this will give you a special edge from your competitors, because most of the coaches are not doing this and they're wondering why they're not like scaling up to huge months. Okay, and this right here is probably the most important part if you actually want to like if you actually want to close like 90% of your sales calls. Okay, after booking the appointment, you have to make sure every lead, like your setter has to make sure every lead watches the pre-call VSLs. Okay, bro, I'm telling you, all of this is a content game. Okay, the more content the lead consumes before the call, like the more chances, like 90% of the chances are that the lead is going to be closed, because they are going to be so much nurtured and warmed up before the call that they are just going to throw money at you. And it is really important, really important that you have a really good scripted VSLs and pre-call assets. If you have like shit VSLs like with no good script, people are just going to click off of them and not going to waste their time watching that. It's going to result in losing a deal. I've actually made this pre-call flow that you should be actually using to actually like close more deals. Okay, just screenshot this, bro. Like literally you can just screenshot this. Okay, because this is so much important. So when the call is booked, the setter has to send the pre-call VSL on WhatsApp, okay, of the lead. Okay, and a WhatsApp group of the closer and setter with the lead should be created. Okay, and then the setter has to ask for confirmation 24 hours before, then a manual reminder 6 hours before, then a manual reminder 3 hours before, then setter calls 1 hour before the appointment. Okay, this is really important too. Okay, and then manual reminder 5 minutes before, and then you give them a link to a call and then close the deal. This can actually be so much smooth like butter if you actually have your pre-call VSLs and pre-call assets in place. Okay, but let's say if you do not have those pre-call VSLs and assets in place and they do not show up on the call, then the setter should do a 7 days follow-up with this with the lead. And if they're not closed, we are going to keep the leads warm with exclusive free resources, so we can just keep building trust with the lead, and then they like eventually get closed in the future too. Okay, so this is pretty much the whole funnel. the 100K a month funnel, but I'm also going to give you a bonus if you actually want to like add in so much money in a short amount of time. Okay, and it's called webinars. Okay, monthly webinars is like one of the easiest way to boost up your revenue. Okay, this is the straight up best way to boost up your revenue. Like promote, you can just promote to get a lot of signups. You can just promote it through your story sequences on Instagram and reels, and or post a YT video about it, and you will get ton of signs up. Okay, sign up, sorry. And the conversion rate will skyrocket too, because you are talking literally live to the person, and they're just going to be so much invested into listening to you. And you can just tell them to book a call live. And actually structuring webinars is really important too. If you actually want to add in like 10 to 100K, I've seen coaches literally add $1 million in a single day from a webinar. This pretty much sums up the video. Okay, yeah, peace.